Dr. Semira and Emelia climbed down into a dark hall, followed soon after by Peaches the robot.
Where are we?
The Hall of Lights. I need to show you some things about light, and just maybe we'll be able to come up with a plan to deal with these pirates.
You can count on me, ma'am.
Emelia spoke confidently, although she was shaking with fear.
Light energy helps us to see. Peaches, a little help, please.
Soon after they were standing in light and Peaches handed them each a pair of flashlights.
Those pirates turned off the lights so that they could take me away in the dark.
I still don't understand why they are doing all of this.
They want my inventions, no doubt.
That's gross. We can't let that happen.
Emelia said, determined.
Then we'd better get to work.
Yes.
Light travels from the source in a straight line. Can you tell me, what are some sources of light?
Well, it's kind of like thermal energy. There are both natural and artificial sources.
Good, continue.
Natural sources include the sun and fire and lightning. Artificial sources of light would be things like light bulbs and TV screens and tablet screens.
Dr. Semira got out a laser and pointed it at a mirror.
Light interacts with substances as it moves. 3 things can happen. First, light can reflect or bounce back off of a substance.
As she said this, the laser bounced off the mirror.
That's why they call it mirror reflection.
Emelia said as she looked at herself in the mirror.
But how does it work?
Light bounces off of your body, then travels to the mirror, bounces off the mirror, and then back to your eyes. All of this happens quickly, of course. Light travels extremely fast. What kind of substances can reflect light, Emelia?
Light reflects off shiny surfaces like mirrors.
Yes, and also light can reflect off of the surface of water.
That's right, I've seen that before.
And tell me, what color is my lab coat?
Yellow.
Have you ever wondered why it is yellow and not red or blue?
I just thought it was the color of the fabric.
Well, why do we see color at all? The answer is because the fabric absorbs all colors, and reflects only the color that you see. White light hits the lab coat and only yellow light bounces back into your eye.
So absorb means to soak up or something.
Exactly. I like that definition.
So reflect means light bounces back. Absorb means light gets soaked up. And I think I know the third way that light can interact with substances. We learned it in science lab back on Earth.
Go ahead then.
Light can also be wait. What was it? Refracted, I think.
Emelia looked up hopefully.
That's it. As light travels from one medium to another, it can be bent or broken. Let's look at a few examples. First, when we place a straw into a cup of water, tell me what you see.
The straw looks broken.
Emelia stared in wonder.
It looks bigger in the water than it does in the air.
Dr. Semira held up the straw to show that it is not broken and that it was the same size throughout.
The straw is not breaking or changing sizes. Rather, it is the light that is traveling from one medium to another. In this case, the light travels through the air to the water. As it does this, it changes direction or bends, creating an illusion of a broken straw.
Is that a prism? I know about those. They can break white light into all the colors of the rainbow.
Emelia shined a light into the prism and she gasped as a rainbow shot out the opposite end of the prism.
Remember, Emelia, prisms refract light, and refract means light goes and bent through. It goes in the medium, gets bent, and then travels through.
Someone's coming. What's the plan?
Dr. Semira looked as if she were panicked for the first time, but a clever smile spread across her cheeks.
We are going to use these mirrors. Of course, these mirrors are unique. They can be copied many times over. See?
She waved her hand and a copy of the mirror sprang into existence.
This is really cool, but I don't see how this will help us.
Not yet. But check this out.
Dr. Semira snapped her finger. Emelia's reflection appeared in both of the mirrors. She waved at herself in disbelief.
Now, let's take a picture. Smile.
Emelia stood next to her mentor and their picture appeared on the mirrors.
Their screens too.
You always go overboard, don't you?
They thought that we only had one source of electricity in my studio. Show her your core, Peaches.
Whoa. You have a generator.
Peaches smiled proudly.
I want a mirror here, and one just there.
She pointed and the mirrors shot off obediently.
Very good.
She inspected the layout of the room.
When they come into the hall, I want you to turn on the lights strategically. The villains will chase after the mirrors, thinking it's us standing there. But how to capture them?
Wait, I have an idea. We could wait on the far side of the room, and when they rush after us we can have a cage drop onto their heads and capture them.
She looked up, waiting eagerly for their responses. Dr. Semira and the robot both smiled.
I love your plan, Emelia. It's brilliant, except, cages are not innovative enough for us.
Dr. Semira typed quickly on her tablet and soon after a massive cube appeared overhead.
It has 3 settings: transparent, translucent, and opaque. If I press the translucent setting, some light passes through. Now, this is the most exciting part. If I press the transparent button, the box disappears altogether.
That means all light passes through it. This is the right invention for the job. They'll never see it coming.
Cut the lights. Positions, everyone.
Everyone sprang to their positions. And the lights shut off. Soon after, the doors to the hall opened. And 3 figures entered.
I think I heard someone talking in here.
Find Semira. Our boss wants to speak with her.
They walked into the room. And suddenly the lights turned on by the first mirror.
There she is.
The pirates screamed and rushed forward. The first pirate crashed into the mirror with a loud bang. The light shut off.
I saw her.
It's hard to find good help these days. Dr. Semira, I know you're in here. There you are. You're a challenging catch. My boss will reward me handsomely when I deliver you.
Who is your boss?
The pirate cackled evilly.
You would like to know, but that would spoil the surprise.
He approached a little more cautiously than the other 2. He smartly suspected a trap, but he couldn't see the transparent object hovering just over his head.
I have you now. What is this?
The man cried in disbelief.
Your plan worked, Emelia.
Cosmocon Academy police arrived minutes later and took the pirates away. As they carted them off, their leader screamed.
Shivers will find you, Dr. Semira.
Dr. Semira smiled.
Shivers. At least now I know who my enemy is.
I'm scared for you. What if more bad guys show up?
You must think I'm a terrible inventor?
No, ma'am. I think you are amazing. You are the coolest person I've ever met.
Trust me, they will regret it if they ever come back for another visit.
Emelia smiled and hugged Dr. Semira.
Please let me come back to visit you.
My young inventor, you are always welcome here. You helped save this place. Is there anything I can do to repay the favor?
Didn't you say I could ride your roller coaster?
You know, I did. Come with me. Ready?